Hey guys, this is my last pop culture video for the night. This is the old man Jim here. I'm going to show you one of my other favorite. I'm basically showing you something from each of my pop culture favorites. And I do have one thing from Star Wars in here. It's kind of simple. And let me show it to you real quick. There's a cheesy little gift that I got that I actually like. It's a Darth Vader cup. Although, honestly, I wouldn't drink out of it, but sometimes I'll put candy in it, like some Reese's peanut butter cups, Rolos, anything that's wrapped. I really wouldn't want to drink out of it. I mean, it was made in China. But it's cute. It's ceramic. It's kind of lightweight. It's kind of gives you that bobblehead kind of look. But that's not the point of the video today. Today is one of my others from Robotech, or if you watch anime, the Macross saga started off as the anime Super Dimension Fortress Macross, which you can find at places, but here it became Robotech. And here I have Rick Hunter's VF1J in Batroid mode or Battleoid mode. I know it's got the wrong part here. The cover is supposed to be pure white, plain white. I don't have one in here. I forgot where I put them. I think they're in my shed somewhere. But this is a part off of my VF1S from Roy Fokker. Unfortunately, that got damaged. It got damaged to the point where I could not repair it. It was too badly damaged to save. And there was no way to fix it. Which really sucks because that was my first one. I liked it. The heads are supposed to light up, the visor on the Battleoid, but I had batteries in them for way too long, and they deteriorated, so I kept them. I don't have them mounted in them anymore. And you can see Rick Hunter. It's hard to see, and I don't know if I can get it close enough to where you can actually see it. No, the camera won't. Camera won't focus on that. Versus Pilot R. Hunter. In SDF Macross, he's Hikaru Ichijyo. The canopy does open, but not in Battleoid mode. I'm going to change them into Guardian mode, aka Garwalk mode, which is pretty simple. The only problem is these legs they do that. They're not really posable. I do want to get the more posable versions, which are a little better, but they're more expensive than these were. As we bring the lasers down, these are actually laser weapons, not just antennae. And let's see, bring that up, bring that out, so you can, let's see, it only rotate one way because there's wiring. Oops, I don't want to break anything. I've had this thing for years. Oops, I screwed that up. It's probably when doing pop culture videos is something you haven't really used in a long time. Bring the arms like that. I'm going to bring them forward a little bit more. Spread the wings. There are hard points for missiles, but I don't have them here, so I'm not going to use them. Swing the legs back. Whoops, the head turned. Swing the legs back. But, wait. Bring it, I don't know if you see it. So I'm going to bring it forward. To see you have the intake, but the intakes aren't removable. Unlike some other versions. I do want to get those versions, but they're kind of like on the expensive side again. I don't have the money to get them. Bring the exhaust back. And so you kind of want to tilt it down slightly. Whoops, too much. I'll bring the legs back a little bit more. because it won't stay upright on its own. Kind of tilt them out. Bring the arms down with the gun up. Here it is in Guardian configuration, Gearwalk mode. Now the canopy actually will open and the pilot will come out. But naturally I'm going to end up with fighter mode. You see this kind of a, okay, I really screwed up this thing. Yeah, you have, this is a VF-1J variable fighter. It's called a Veritech fighter. In Robotech, in SDF Macross, it's just a VF-1J, which is the model. Whoops. Gun comes out. It turns from a rifle into a gun pod. United Nations Space Command, UN Spacey. I bring the legs a little bit forward because the arms are now going to come in. You push this little doohickey up. Unfortunately, one of the fingers always seems to stick out. There's not much I can do about that. It's just the way the toy is, the collectible is. You bring them in, and do that. Make a fist. Bring it in. Now, before you bring it in, you see on that one. But on this side, there's a little doodad. Gun pod attaches to the little doodad. Oh, I hope I don't break this thing. I've had this thing for years. If you notice some of the plastic is starting to yellow, it's an indicator that I've had these things for years. White plastic, unfortunately, tends to yellow. Close the so-called feet, which are actually the thrusters. Bring the backpack up, the vertical stabilizers. If you notice, this aircraft does not have horizontal stabilizers. It's kind of based off an F-14 Tomcat, but not exactly, because there's no horizontal stabilizers and it's a single-person cockpit. Bring the wheels out. The wheels are actual rubber, and they do roll pretty well. There are missiles that go with it. So there's a switch here that normally turns on and off the electronics, the light. It's just the light in the visor, that's all it is. And you can see, there it is, Rick Hunter's VF-1J with the Robotech Defense Force, or the insignia. See, there are the hard points for the missiles. It's, like I said, the wheels do roll. And it sits on the desk nicely. It's a really cool collectible. I'm going to try to get some more accurate ones in the next few years. Hopefully I can get more. I do want to get his Vermilion Squad, which is him, Ben Dixon, and Max Sterling, who in Macross were Kakazaki for Ben Dixon, and Max Genius for Max Sterling. The fighters were the same VF-1Ds to VF-1S as well. I hope you enjoyed this. Look, I do have Max and Ben's VFs with me. As you can see, Ben's is the VF-1D. It has a head with a single laser on it. They don't have, I mean, the legs are metal, but everything else is made out of plastic, and not very good plastic. And unfortunately, see there's a backpack thrusters, the UN Spacey. That says Pilot B. Dixon. Try not to let it fall. Maxes I keep in fighter mode. It's a VF-1 J as well as Rick's. As you can see, I have the Protoculture missiles. Yeah, I know they're not lined up right. They always seem to do that when I put them on. Sometimes the wings get knocked out of alignment. The missiles get knocked out of alignment. His I keep like this. There's also a Miria, red. Other than that, the same way. Basically, what I do is I keep one in fighter mode, one in battleoid mode, and one in guardian mode, just to show the 3 different modes. I had Roy Fokker, or Roy Fokker, depending on if you watched Macross or Robotech. His VF1S, but as I said, it broke, unfortunately, and I can't find one. I'm just trying to find one in scale with these, because they're kind of expensive. We're talking like $100 plus, and I want the Super VF1 with the backpack armor, the thrusters, and the leg armor, and the big Protoculture missiles, but those are hard to do. I had the armor pack for them, but they just won't stay on these, which really sucks. But as I'm going to do more videos as I get more stuff, as I'm going to show. I'm going to do one more video tonight. I do have 3 things that I can show you that are one of Star Wars,